ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वती नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव शंभो शंकर। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। In Viveka Chudamani Prakarana Grantha, we have seen first Mangalacharana Sloka and we are discussing about second Sloka. Let us chant first and second Slokas together. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Daily we will start with this Mangalacharana Sloka. Okay? Daily we will chant this first Sloka. Second one. जन्तूनां नरजन्मदुर्लभमतः पुंस्त्वं ततो विप्रता तस्माद्वैदिकधर्ममार्गपरता विद्वत्त्वमस्मात् परम् आत्मानात्मविवेचनं स्वनुभवो ब्रह्मात्मना संस्थितिः मुक्तिर्नो शतजन्मकोटिसुकृतैः पुण्यैर्विना लभ्यते। जन्तूनां नरजन्म दुर्लभम्. Among all creatures, human birth is very rare. Taking human embodiment, human form is very rare. Among the living creatures, rarest we can say this Manava Janma. Jantūnām, Jantu means Jayati iti Jantu. That which is born is called Jantu. Don't take the meaning as animal. So here Jantu means that which has taken birth. That is called Jantu. So Jantunam Narajanma Dullabham. Next. Dullabham Ataha. Further, Pumstvam. Pumstvam means manhood, having masculine temperament, detachment, determination, maintaining the balance of head and heart, etc. Yesterday we have discussed in detail what is the inner meaning of this one. These are the qualities required to walk in the path of spirituality. Pumstvam. Tataha Viprata. Tataha, thereafter. Viprata. Viprata means Brahmanhood. Here we have to take again inner meaning. Not only the person one who has born in the Brahmin family, but here the meaning is one who is having the great sattvic qualities. He is called Brahman. Vipra. So here Viprata means Brahmanhood, sattvic qualities, one who is having. And Tasmat, thereafter, more rarer we can say, rare kind of person. Tasmad Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata. Person may be having great qualities, but very rare people will be having inclination and interest to walk in the path of spirituality. Vaidika Dharma Marga. Here we have to understand the meaning of Vaidika Dharma. Vaidika Dharma means in scriptures, in Vedas, it is said do's and don'ts. Yesterday we have seen what are the topics discussed in the Shastra, scripture. Shastra means Shasana iti Shastra, that which make us to do what is right, that which gives injunctions is called Shastra. Shasana, that which makes us discipline is called Shastra. That which shows us right path is called Shastra. So here Vaidika Dharma means what are our duties. It is said in the scriptures, very few people will be having interest, not only interest, will be having that kind of what you call even capacity to walk into the path of righteousness. Vaidika Dharma. Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata. So exact meaning, steadfastness on the path of spirituality enjoined by the Vedas. And more rarer we can say, Vidvatvam Asmat Param, superior to this one, Vidvatva. Here also Vidvatvam. Vidvatvam means one who is having intelligence to understand what is said in the scriptures. This is also very rare quality. Vidwan Purusha. See, person may be listening whatever said in the Shastras, but how to apply those things in our lives, that is most important. Sometimes we will be saying in worldly, what you call worldly knowledge also, Laukika Vidya, that student maybe is by hearting everything and studying well and writing exams also well and getting good marks and ranks. But when it comes to application, he cannot understand whatever he studied, where he has to apply. In our lives also, we may be listening so many things, but when we will be facing life challenges, how to apply our knowledge, we have to know. That is called intelligence. One who will be having the capacity of understanding the import meanings of scriptures, and wherever it is required, there that person is applying all those things, then he is called Vidwan. This is very rare quality. Having that intelligence, what should be done, what should not be done, where we have to speak, where we have to be quiet, where we have to do shasana, where we have to give order and command, and where we have to be humble. We should know all these things. So those who are having that intelligence is called Vidwan. That being the state of that is called here Vidvatvam, abstract noun. Atmanatma Vivechanam. Next one is rare quality is discrimination of real and unreal. What is self? What is not self? Atma, reality, truth, real. So, very rare people will be having this discriminative power. What is permanent and what is impermanent, temporary. And rare people only can give up impermanent things, means what you call ashashvata. So, atmanatma vivechanam. Next one is swanubhavaha. Swanubhavo is their word. So, swanubhavaha. Not swanubhava. Swanubhava means self-experience. Okay. Swanubhava. Swanubhava. There is no dirgha here. So, hrasva. Swanubhava means su plus anubhava. Su means good. In Sanskrit, su means good. Du means bad. In Kaurava's family lineage, if we see, all names will start with du, Duryodhana, Dushasana, etc. So here su means good. Subhashita, Sucharita, Sunayana, like that. So here su anubhava means good experience. What is the good experience? Good experience of self. Swanubhavaha. Brahmatmana samstitihi. Here we have to take Durlabha word everywhere. Durlabha means it is very rare. Durlabha, it is very rare. After every word we have to take this mean, this word. So Brahmatmana samstitihi means having abidance or establishing in identity with Brahma Swarupa. This is called Brahmatmana samstitihi, samyak stitihi, sustirata, establishment. There will not be trace of doubt about his own true nature. See, when person will be listening about himself, whatever said in the scriptures, you are not this body, mind, intellect, you are not this individual being, you are not Jiva, you are that Brahman, Brahma Swarupam. When that person will be listening, in the beginning stages, person can understand in intellectual standpoint, intellectual level only. But there will not be experience. So slowly he will be reflecting upon that, and whatever doubts will be there, slowly they get cleared. When he will be meditating upon that supreme truth, supreme reality, upon his own true nature, then establishment, here establishment means firm conviction, not only intellectual level, here beyond the intellect, his own anubhava. After realizing that truth, there will not be any doubt about his true nature. Even in dream also, he will not be thinking himself as human being. In ignorant state, how much person may be listening this what you call spiritual knowledge also, he may be receiving, but when that ignorance will be there, person again and again will be identifying himself as limited, finite human being. Whatever you want to say, you say, but I know who am I? I know what I am doing. Few people will come and say also, scriptures are saying wonderful kind of things, and you are saying this, we are Brahma Swarupa, it's like that. But no, when it comes to Vyavahara, in transactions, yes, we are not able to maintain the thought. It's not experience, please understand, the thought. We are unable to maintain the thought we are Brahman. It's not thought to maintain, it's our true nature. Of course, we are having upadhis. Upadhis means these conditionings, body, mind, intellect, and we have taken birth in this world. So transactions will be there, vyavahara will be there. We have to fulfill our duties, responsibilities. But in and through all these things, behind all these things, we have to have the experience that I am not all these things. I am Brahma Swarupa. This is called Brahmatmana Samstiti, imperishable true nature. Whatever may be the changes may be happening outside the world, but we have to understand I am the substratum, that which is changeless. This is called Brahmatmana Samstitihi. This is called Moksha Stitihi. Muktirno Sheta Janma Koti Sukrutai Punyir Vinalabhyate. Adi Shankaracharya is saying at the end of this sloka, this verse, Muktihi, liberation. Muktihi. Muktirno is there, na? Last line you can see. Muktihi plus now means not. Muktir, no is there. We have to break that word. Not. This liberation cannot be attained without, like that saying, Sheta Janma Koti Sukrutayehi Punyayehi Vina. Vina means without. Labhyate. Labhyate means gaining. So here, Sheta Janma Koti Sukrutayehi Punyayehi. Sheta means 100. Janma means birth. Koti means crores. Punyehi. Punyehi means meritorious deeds, merits. Vina means without. Please remember all these meanings, because these vina, etc. words will be coming very often in our scriptures. Little bit we have to understand. We have to learn Sanskrit also. So vina, without the hundreds and crores of lives means innumerable lives. We cannot count. So in so many lives, whatever meritorious deeds done by that person gained that punya merits. Without that punja, without those meritorious deeds, that palita, that result, person cannot realize the self. Having heard this one, we should not think, Re Baba, where we have done so meritorious deeds, so most of the time person will be committing so many mistakes only, committing sins only, incurring sins only. How we can get a lot of punya? One thing we have to understand here, why Shankaracharya is saying this one. All of us, we have to put forth our effort all the time to eradicate negative vasanas in us, negative emotions and thoughts in us. All the time we have to, this is sadhana in fact, we have to perform good deeds, good actions. See, to realize the self is Shuddha Swarupa. There is no trace of imperfection or impurity in that one. If we want to realize that one, we have to become like that. We have to be so pure. There should not be any imperfection. Then only we can become one with Brahma Swarupa. That's why here it is said, to walk in the path of devotion, to walk in the path of spirituality, that person, he has to acquire lot of punya. Not lot of money. Generally, person will be having this thought, I have to earn more and more money, then I'll be happy. No. For spiritual seeker, real sampada, real wealth is punya only. But this punya is not to enjoy in this world or hereafter, in other worlds, not to go to heaven, not to go to Swargaloka ityadi. Here it is said this punya will be used, means this punya will help us to walk in the path of spirituality. one thing we have to understand, all of us are so blessed because from the beginning onwards, one by one, we will see where we are. We can put a tick mark here now. Okay. First one is Jentu Nam Narajanma Durlabham. So we have taken human birth. So we are blessed. So rarest kind of thing, we got it. Yes. Feel happy. One by one, we will see where we can put tick mark. Next one is Durlabham Ataha Pumsvam, having masculine temperament. Of course, when we have taken up this path, itself is showing we are fit to walk into this path of spirituality. Without a certain amount of detachment, determination, decisiveness, balance of the mind, a person cannot even enter into this path. So we are blessed. Maybe we may be having more or less percentage. We may not be having everything 100%, but little bit though, all of us we are having all these qualities. We will see one by one. So these two, okay, we can put tick mark. Next, third one is Punspam tato viprata. Viprata means having sattvic qualities. Of course, we are doing swadhyaya, self-study. We are doing japa, tapa, little bit at least. And we are not too cruel towards anyone. So we are having kindness. We are ready to sacrifice. We are giving charity. So we are Vitras. So we are having that Brahmanhood, sattvic qualities in us. But we have to see whether they are 100% or not. We have to do sadhana for all these things. Next one is Tasmad Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata. Yes, we are having interest and we are steadfast in following the teachings of Vaidika Dharma, whatever said in the Shastras. We are trying our level best to follow. Yes. All of us, we may be having our own vasanas and so many imperfections, but trying a lot to walk in the path of Dharma. Yes. That. Next. Vidvatvam asmat param vidvatata. This may be little bit we have to think. Some people will be listening everything and is taking notes. Okay, but when it comes to application, that intelligence should be used. So that viveka should be there, where and how we have to apply the knowledge, and we have to understand implied meanings of the Shastras. So we are having this quality also. Maybe percentage will be more or less. We have to pray Bhagwan and Guru Parampara to have all these qualities in full, means 100%. Then we will realize the truth there. Next, Atma Vivechanam. Yes, we are having discriminative power. Slowly we are developing also what is Atma, what is Anatma. See, in years back, even we may not, we have not heard even these words, what is self, what is not self, what is moksha. But now, when we are listening these scriptural statements from Mahatmas, slowly we are knowing, okay, this is self, this is Atma, this is Anatma. This is Atma means at least intellectual level, we are able to grasp, we are able to comprehend that. And slowly we are developing Vairagya towards impermanent kind of things. What is not self? Now clearly we know this body is not self, this house is not self, this wealth is not self, all these people are not self. Yes, all these things are not Atma. So this is not Atma, this is not Atma, this is not Atma. When we will be saying na iti, neti, then whatever remains is self. So to some extent we are having this rare quality also. Atma Anatma Vivechanam. All of you are putting tick mark? Yes? Not on the paper. Okay. We have to do a lot of sadhana. Atmanatma vivechanam svanubhavaha. Swa Anubhav, good experience of all these spiritual statements. We have to experience that. See, whenever we are listening something about devotion, about this knowledge, so we have to check ourselves. We have to do introspection and we have to see our mind and the intellect, and slowly we have to develop that. We have to go beyond all these equipments slowly, slowly. Then we will get that good experience. Then Brahma Atmana Samstitihi. If you want, you can put tick mark. We have to establish in Brahma Swarupa. Establishing in Brahma Swarupa means realization only. If anyone is putting tick mark to this one, Moksha Sthiti, then I am doing Namaskar at your feet. All Brahma Swarupas. In fact, all of us Brahma Swarupa only, but because of ignorance, we have forgotten our true nature. In fact, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. So, all these rare, they are saying, so one by one, if we see, we are having to some extent all these qualities, but we have to do lot of sadhana. We have to pray Bhagwan and Guru Parampara to get all these qualities in full. And finally, we have to realize the self. Muktirno sheta janma koti sukrutai punyair vina labhyate. Even single opportunity will come in our life to do punya karma. Please don't miss it. Please don't miss it. We have to do. Bhagwan, when he is giving opportunity to perform good action, to help others, to sacrifice something, to improve ourselves, we have to do it. Because spiritual seeker, he requires a lot of punya. See, whenever in this world also, person will be enjoying wealth, health, good health, and having good relationships, and wherever he goes, he is getting love and respect from others, then people will be saying, na, yes, he is punyatma, he has done lot of punya, that's why he is getting all these things. Yes. So, for worldly enjoyments, to enjoy all those things and to get sukha, we need that punya falita. Even to go to Swarga, punya falita is required. For all these small kind of little bit happiness to get, if we required punya falita, then what to talk about to realize the Brahma Swarupa? How much punya we should have? So, we have to perform good deeds. This is the wonderful way of explanation of evolution of the Jiva. Taking human birth itself is rare. Before that, so many things are there, a stone, plant, animal, but so many things. But after taking human birth also, if person is not putting forth effort to realize the self, then he is wasting his life, because it's very rare, durlabha. In third sloka it is said, how person will be blessed with human birth, etc. Please repeat after me. Third sloka. Durlabham, beginning onwards. Durlabham trayame vaitad. Durlabham trayame vaitad. Devanugrahahetukam. Devanugrahahetukam. Manusyatvam mumukshutvam. Manusyatvam mumukshutvam. Mahapurusha samsrayaha. Mahapurusha samsrayaha. Durlabham trayame vaitad. Devanugrahahetukam. Manusyatvam mumukshutvam. Mahapurusha samsrayaha. In some places it is said Daivanugrahahetukam also. Patabheda will be there. Devanugrahahetukam, Daivanugrahahetukam. Durlabham It's very rare to obtain. Trayam. Trayam means 3. These 3 are very rare to obtain. Durlabham, Trayam, Eva, Etam. Etat. Eva. Eva means verily. Etat means this. Tat means that in Sanskrit. Etat means this. These 3 are very rare to obtain, rare to get. What are these 3? Manushyatvam. Manushya means human being. Manushyatvam means, this is abstract noun. Manushyatvam means manhood, having the qualities of humanity, having humanhood. Here it is not said man, manhood, manushyatvam, because few people may be appearing in the form of human being, but they will not behave as human beings. So here humanhood, manhood is important. Manushyatvam. Next one is mumukshutvam. Mumuksha means moktum icha. Moktum, to get liberation. Icha means desire. Desire to get liberation is called mumukshata. Mumukshutvam. This is abstract noun again. That being the state of having desire to get liberation. Manushyatvam, mumukshutvam. Third one is Mahapurusha Samsrayaha. That person may be having all good qualities. That person even may be having intense desire. Here, Mumukshutva means intense, burning desire to get liberation. That may be having, but very rare people will get Mahapurusha Samsrayaha. Mahapurusha Samsrayaha means refuse of a great man of wisdom. Mahapurusha. Mahapurusha. Why here Maha word is used? Here Maha means great, which is making him great, comparing with others, that is wisdom. So here Mahapurusha or Mahatma means one who is having the knowledge of self. Mahapurusha, those who are having all divine qualities, sattvic qualities. Mahapurusha Samsrayaha. Samsrayaha means Astraya, refuse. Complete surrenderance to the Mahatma, and when that Mahatma will take us in his fold and bless us, that is very rare kind of opportunity in human being's life. It's not easy to get Guru in this world. Very rare, very rare. It's not getting Guru. We have to recognize the Guru. That is also most important. We should have that Shraddha, Bhakti. We have to take refuge at the lotus feet of Mahatma. Then only the inner meanings of scriptures can be revealed to us. We can understand well. We can follow the path of spirituality. Finally, we can realize the self. Bhagavan himself will come in the form of Mahapurusha, Mahatma, Guru. This is very rare kind of thing. How person can get these 3 things? Here it is said Durlabha, Durlabham Trayameva Etat. So Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam and Mahapurusha Samsraya can be obtained only by Deva Anugraha Hetukam. Hetu means cause. The cause of God's grace only bless the person to get these 3 things. Without grace of Bhagavan, we cannot get these 3 rare kind of opportunities in our lives. One more thing here we have to understand, even taking human birth also based on whatever karmas we perform. When we perform good deeds, meritorious actions, then because of that punya karma phalita, we will get human birth. To get wealth in this world is easy, but to get vairagya in this world is very difficult and very rare. Please understand these two statements. In this world, to get worldly enjoyments, sometimes we may be putting forth effort, but sometimes, in fact, comparing with other spiritual kind of things, it's very easy. But the person having everything, still he will be having vairagya towards all those things, worldly kind of things. It's the rarest kind of thing. Only blessed person will be having that dispassion and detachment. And very rare person will be having desire to get moksha. Because in ignorant state, people always will be happy with whatever are available and perceived in this world, wealth, all those things, enjoyments, etc. But very few people will understand the ephemeral nature of this world and aspire for higher things. And Mahapurusha Samsraya, by Bhagwan's grace only, Bhagwan himself only, he will come in the form of Mahapurusha. Once we will chant this sloka, if it is possible, try to remember this sloka, try to by heart. Very often Mahatmas will be quoting this sloka during the spiritual discourses. Dullabham prayame vaitat devanugraha-hetukam manusyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samsrayah. So all of us, we are blessed, so blessed. We have taken human birth and we are having desire to take liberation, yes, moksha. And our Guru Parampara, Puja Vedavyasa Maharshi, Adi Shankaracharya ji, Tapon Maharaj, Gurudev, and our entire Guru Parampara is blessing all of us. So we are blessed indeed. Fourth sloka, just we will chant today and we will see the meaning tomorrow. Okay. Ladhva katanchinnarajanma durlabham tatrapi pumsvam sruti paradarshanam yastvatmamuktau nayeteta mudadhi sahyatmahasvam vinihantya sadgrahat. Asadgrahat, when we break that word. Having gained all these rare qualities, means rare opportunities, if person is not putting forth effort to realize the self after taking human birth, then he is wasting his life. It is said in this sloka. Tomorrow we will discuss. Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha 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 Sharanam Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha. बोलिए श्री सिद्धिविनायक स्वामी की जय. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Now we will see this entire session Telugulo ఒక 5 నిమిషాలు చెప్పుకుందాం. ప్రకరణ గ్రంథమైనటువంటి ఈ వివేక చూడామణిలో ప్రారంభంలో మంగళాచరణ శ్లోకం ఇచ్చున్నారు. తరువాత 2వ శ్లోకంలో చాలా దుర్లభమైన అరుదైనటువంటి లక్షణాలు, భాగ్యము ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఈ అరుదైన లక్షణాలు కలిగి ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళు మోక్ష స్థితిని పొందగలుగుతారు అని చెప్తూ, అనేక జీవరాశుల్లో మానవ జన్మ చాలా దుర్లభమైంది. మానవ జన్మ పొందిన తర్వాత అందులో కూడా ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి లక్షణాలని కలిగి ఉండటము చాలా అరుదు. అందులో కూడా పుంస్వం తతో విప్రత, సాత్వికమైన లక్షణాలని, మంచి సద్గుణాలని కలిగి ఉండటము ఇంకా అరుదైనటువంటిది. దీనికంటే ఇంకా అరుదైనటువంటిది మానవుడు లక్షణాలు, ఉన్నత లక్షణాలు కలిగి ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా వైదిక ధర్మ మార్గాన్ని అనుసరించాలి అనుకునేటువంటి వాళ్ళు చాలా తక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు. ఎందుకంటే ప్రతిసారి మన మనసు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఏది చెయ్యకూడదు అంటే అది చెయ్యాలనుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది, అంతే కదా. ఇది చెయ్యండి అంటే వెంటనే మన ఎక్విప్మెంట్, మన పరికరాలు వినవన్నమాట. సో చాలా తక్కువ మంది, చాలా రేరుగా అరుదైనటువంటి వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే ఎంతో సాధనతో వైదిక ధర్మ మార్గాన్ని అనుసరించాలి అని అనుకుంటారు. తస్మాత్ వైదిక ధర్మ మార్గ పరత అస్మాత్, అందులో కూడా దానిలో కూడా విద్వత్వం అస్మాత్ పర, ఇంకా దీనికంటే ఇంకా ఉన్నతమైనటువంటిది వచ్చేసి విద్వత్తు. ఈ వైదిక ధర్మ మార్గ తత్వాన్ని గురించి తెలుసుకుంటూ అనుసరిస్తూ ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా జీవితంలో ఎప్పుడు, ఎక్కడ, ఎలా వాటిని మనము అన్వయించుకోవాలి అన్నటువంటిది తెలిసి ఉన్న వాళ్ళు చాలా తక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు. చదువులు అందరూ చదువుతారు, కానీ ఆ చదువులని సార్థకం చేసుకునే వాళ్ళు చాలా తక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు. సో ఆ వివేక శక్తి ఉండాలన్నమాట. ఈ విషయం ఇక్కడ ఇలా చెప్పున్నారు. మన జీవితంలో అటువంటి సందర్భాలు వచ్చినప్పుడు మనం దానికి అనుగుణంగా సమన్వయం చేసుకొని ఆ విద్యని ఉపయోగించుకోగలగాలన్నమాట. కొంతమంది గొప్ప పండితులు ఉంటారు, కానీ కరెక్ట్ గా అవసరమైనప్పుడు పాండిత్యము ఉపయోగపడకపోవచ్చు. సో ఇక్కడ విద్వత్తత అంటే ఆ వివేకమైనటువంటి శక్తిని కలిగి ఉండటం అన్నమాట. ఇంకా దీనికంటే ఇంకా దుర్లభమైనటువంటిది ఏది ఆత్మ, ఏది అనాత్మ, ఏది శాశ్వతం, ఏది అశాశ్వతం అని గుర్తించేటువంటి వివేచన శక్తి కలిగి ఉండటం. ఆత్మానాత్మ వివేచనం. స్వనుభవ అంటే మంచి అనుభవాన్ని కలిగి ఉండడం. ఇక్కడ మంచి అనుభవం దేనికి సంబంధించి అంటే మన ఆత్మ తత్వానికి సంబంధించి. బ్రహ్మాత్మనా సంస్థితి, ఇంతకంటే ఇంకా దుర్లభమైనటువంటిది ఏంటి అంటే అంతఃకరణ శుద్ధి కలిగి ఉండి సంపూర్ణ పరిపక్వ స్థితిని పొందినటువంటి వాళ్ళు బ్రహ్మస్వరూపము యందు సుస్థిరతని పొందటము జరుగుతుంది. ఇది చాలా 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 అరుదైనటువంటిది జీవన్ముక్త పురుష స్థితి అని చెప్పచ్చు. మరి ముక్తి స్థితి ఎలా కలుగుతుందంటే ముక్తిర్నో శతజన్మ కోటి సుకృతై పుణ్యైర్ వినా లభ్యతే. కోటాను కోట్ల జన్మల్లో చేసుకున్నటువంటి పుణ్య కర్మ ఫలితాలు ఉంటే తప్ప మానవుడికి మోక్షము లభించదు అని చెప్పున్నారు. కాబట్టి మనందరం తప్పకుండా పుణ్యకర్మల్ని చెయ్యాలి. పుణ్యకర్మల ఫలితము కేవలం సుఖభోగాలు అనుభవించడానికి కాదు, పుణ్యకర్మ ఫలితము ధర్మ మార్గంలో నడుస్తూ మోక్ష స్థితిని పొందడం కోసం. తర్వాత శ్లోకంలో మానవుడు మూడింటిని పొందడం చాలా దుర్లభం అని చెప్తున్నారు. ఒకటి మనుష్యత్వం, మనిషిగా జన్మించి మానవ విలువలని కలిగి ఉండి జీవించటం, మానవత్వాన్ని కలిగి ఉండటం, మంచి లక్షణాలను కలిగి ఉండటము. రెండవది ముముక్షుత్వం, మోక్షం పొందాలి అనేటువంటి తీవ్రమైన కోరిక కలిగి ఉండటం. ఆ తీవ్రమైన అన్న పదం గమనించాలి, మామూలుగా కాదు. ఎప్పుడు మోక్షం కావాలంటే ఎప్పుడు రిటైర్మెంట్ తర్వాత లేకపోతే వచ్చే జన్మలో చూద్దాంలే అని కాదని, ఇప్పుడే ఇక్కడే కావాలి. తీవ్రమైన మోక్ష కాంక్ష కలిగి ఉండటం, ముక్తి పొందాలి అన్నటువంటి కోరిక కలిగి ఉండటం, ఇది చాలా దుర్లభం. అందరికీ ఈ విధమైనటువంటి కోరిక కలగదు. మూడవది మహాపురుష సంశ్రయ అన్నారు, మహాత్ముల ఆశ్రయాన్ని పొందటం. చాలా పుణ్యం చేసుకుని ఉంటేనే దేవ అనుగ్రహ హేతుకం, దైవ అనుగ్రహం కారణంగానే 3 లభిస్తాయి అని చెప్తున్నారు. మహాత్ముల యొక్క అనుగ్రహం పొందటం చాలా అరుదైనటువంటిది. గురువులని ఆశ్రయించటము, గురువుల నుంచి జ్ఞానాన్ని పొందటము, మనం ఎన్నో జన్మల్లో పుణ్యం చేసుకొని ఉంటే భగవంతుని అనుగ్రహం వల్ల మాత్రమే లభిస్తుంది అని చెప్తున్నారనమాట. ఇంత ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి మానవ జన్మ పొందిన తర్వాత కూడా మనము ఈ జన్మని సార్థకం చేసుకోలేకపోయినట్లయితే, మోక్షం పొందటానికి ప్రయత్నించకపోయినట్లయితే ఈ జన్మ వ్యర్థం అయిపోతుంది. ఇది ఒకలాంటి ఆత్మహత్యతో సమానము అని తర్వాత శ్లోకంలో చెప్తూ ఉన్నారు. సో మనల్ని మనం ఉద్ధరించుకోవాలి, మన జన్మని ఉన్నతమైన దానికోసము సద్వినియోగము చేసుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. 4వ శ్లోకంలో ఈ వివరణ చెప్పున్నారు. రేపటి రోజున చెప్పుకుందాం. హరి బోలే శ్రీ సిద్ధి వినాయక స్వామికి జై. ఇది లాస్ట్ లో చెప్పుకున్న భజనకి ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ అనమాట. ఓకే, అవసరం లేదు మనకి. భగవంతుని నామస్మరణకి ఏ భాష చూడండి, ఇక్కడ కూడా మనం గమనించినట్లయితే భగవంతుని నామాన్ని పలకడానికి రామ, కృష్ణ, గణేష, దేవి మాత, మనకి భాష ఇది తెలుసు ఇది తెలియదు అన్నటువంటిది ఏమీ లేదు. అద్భుతం. కొన్ని విషయాలు గుర్తించగలిగిన శక్తి ఉంటే అన్నింటికీ అతీతమైనటువంటి వారు భగవత్ స్వరూపం. ఆయన మన స్వరూపమే అయి ఉన్నారు. ఒకానొక స్థాయికి వెళ్ళిపోయిన తర్వాత ఈ వాక్కు కూడా ఆగిపోతుంది. మాటలకి అతీతమైనటువంటి స్వరూప స్థితిని పొందడం జరుగుతుంది. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం.